Good evening, and welcome to our 2024 commencement ceremony. Allow me to introduce our senior, Nathaniel Edwards. Please give him a round of applause.
If you are not already standing, please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge. We welcome the LaPorte High School JROTC for the presentation of colors. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. I honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you to the LaPorte High School JROTC for the presentation of colors. Please remain standing for our invocation delivered by Senior Jemiah Heber.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bow our heads in prayer. Dear Lord, as we celebrate this milestone of graduating high school, I ask you to guide and protect us from the dangers we will come across. Give us the knowledge and courage to choose this right path in our future that we may become successful adults. Lord, I ask you that you humble us on our journey and lead us to do great things. May your grace and your hand be upon us today and forever. Amen. Please welcome our senior class president, Josiah, to recognize our special guests that are here with us tonight. Thank you. At this time, please be seated.
I would like to take the time to recognize the following guests that we are thankful to have here this evening. President of the LaPorte ISD Board of Trustees, Mr. Danny Hanks. Vice President, Mr. Russell Chape. Secretary, Mr. Jeff Martin. And our trustees, Ms. Melissa Crutcher, Mr. Mason Perez, Mr. D. Ann Thompson, and Ms. Karen Wheeler Hall. Our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Walter Jackson. We would like to also recognize our Deputy Superintendent for Academics, Dr. Rebecca Brown. And Deputy Superintendent of Administration and Support Services, Dr. Dustin Broomley. And our Chief Financial Officers, Mrs. Stacy McDowell. The Academy's Registrar, Ms. Imelda Cornett. And the Academy's Counselor, Ms. April Hawthorne. Also to the left of the stage, please help me welcome the LaPorte ISD Cabinet and Central Administrative Staff. And also to the right of the stage, please help me recognize and thanking our district elementary and secondary principals who have also joined us tonight for this celebration. The Academy students and staff apprentice of all the support that you continue to provide us each year. As we approach Memorial Day weekend, please join me in the recognition of our veterans, current servicemen and women, and those who are soon to serve our country in the military. Would all veterans, current servicemen or women, and those who will join the armed forces please stand and be recognized. And finally, I would like to recognize our first responders at this time. These ladies and gentlemen work each day to keep our schools and communities safe. If you are a member of a police department, emergency medical service, or fire department, will you please stand and thank you for your service. At this time, I would like to introduce you to the President of the LaPorte ISD Board of Trustees, Mr. Danny Hanks. Please help me welcome him to the podium.
And again, we want to recognize Ms. Paula Jackson. She's on the stage with us tonight. She's the Executive Director of Secondary Schools.
Good evening. So graduates, you don't know this yet, but when anybody graduates and comes back to a commencement ceremony of any sort, we're immediately taken back into that time that we endured our own graduation. I say endured because I know it can get long. Heck, even Trustee Shoppy over here, he remembers his graduation. That goes way, way, way back when things were held in black and white, dirt floors, and they gave stone diplomas. But give it to him, he still remembers. He still remembers. And at his age, it's saying something. But all jokes aside, he is not the only one who remembers. Look at all these old people around here. That's a lot of graduations. And Mom and Dad, don't get mad. There's a point here. And I say that to say this. If you were to poll some of these former graduates, there would likely be a consensus that things are way different than they were when we graduated. Not better or worse, but undeniably different. I do not mean different in a negative connotation, but simply to acknowledge that this class will face new challenges in new ways. But we say that every year. Not because each year's graduates are different, but because we live in a world of constant state of change. This means you must live in a constant state of change. Success is a journey, not a destination. How many times have we heard that before? Well, guess what? It is. They were right. All of this is a journey. Look at tonight, for example. You're being recognized as a high school graduate, but it's merely the acknowledgement of the work and growth and success of a 13-year journey to this point, is it not? You did not just arrive here tonight and you are done. By no means is your journey over. In fact, it's just beginning. The great news is you're not leaving here alone. Every human on the planet is on a journey to meet some basic needs. We're seeking to meet the needs, our physiological needs of food, water, shelter, sleep. We want to feel safe and secure. But the biggest desires of human nature are to feel love, belonging, self-esteem, confidence, the respect of others, and ultimately to experience our highest potential. To see these desires requires the journey in life. Some move fast, others move slow, others jump around a bit, but each in their own course and season of life. But regardless of how you choose to navigate this journey, it is unavoidable. While it will be uniquely yours, you will experience some common themes, and I wish to share those with you now. These themes and principles have been taught and demonstrated by countless successful people throughout history. I find them to be a great compass for my personal journey, and I hope you find value in them as well. Number one, seek continuous improvement. Understand that perfection may not be attainable, but if you chase it, you will likely catch success. Number two, guard your reputation. It takes a lifetime to build a reputation and only 5 minutes or a social media post to destroy it. Number three, develop the habit of giving. Enriching lives of someone who could never pay you back is the noblest of all journeys. There is no greater feeling than the feeling of generosity. Number four, choose your circle wisely. Proverbs 27:17 says it this way: as iron sharpens iron, no one person sharpens another. Find people who challenge you to be the best version of yourself always. It is a great time to also point out you should avoid those that dull your blade. Number five, fail forward. Within every failure, there is a seed of equivalent success. Learning how not to do something is just as important as learning what works. Learn from the outcome and keep moving forward. Take responsibility. You play a part in every situation and experience, and therefore you have some degree of responsibility for the outcome and consequence. Take responsibility for your actions will provide you a deeper understanding of your true self. Do not compare yourself to others. Every minute you spend wishing you had someone else's life is a minute you're wasting your own. Comparison with others will bring comparison with yourself brings improvement. Comparison with others brings discontent. Don't do it. Spend below your means. When it comes to accumulating wealth, there will always be a balance between earning and spending. Debt not only creates unnecessary strain, but can affect your moral compass and your judgment. Instead, develop a habit of spending 50% of your income and save the rest. Treat everyone with respect. Everyone is going to go through something. Give grace. Never underestimate a random act of kindness. And then finally, don't make long-term decisions on temporary problems. There will always be someone or something that upsets you. Don't allow emotion to jump in the driver's seat. Be objective, seek solutions, and work through it. Challenges should be detours, not roadblocks. Remember, you will not get to control every circumstance in your life, but you will always have a choice on how you choose to respond to them. Never, ever surrender that authority to anyone or to anything. Your unique journey is yours to navigate. If you get lost, go back to the last place you remember and start again. You are smart enough, you are strong enough, and you are worthy of any success coming your way. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, we are proud of you. You're always welcome here, and we know you're going to accomplish great things. Good luck, stay safe, God bless, and congratulations.
Thank you, President Hanks. At this time, I'd like to introduce our first senior speaker, Senior Elise Hagemeister.
Thank you. First, I want to dedicate this speech to my grandma and grandpa that are up in heaven. I wish they could be here. They'd be very proud of me. To my fellow classmates, this is a moment we've waited for a long time. Graduation. 4 years ago, we walked through these doors as freshmen. Tonight, we walk out as alumni. I think we can all admit that high school has not been the easiest for any of us. However, through the most difficult times, we made some great memories along the way. Tonight, I stand before you for the final time as your senior class vice president. I want to open this speech with the challenges we faced at the beginning of our high school experience. My classmates and I started high school in the midst of COVID-19, and it completely changed everybody's sense of normalcy. Although none of us anticipated this happening, we adapted for the better. When we came back onto campus, we were masked and still had to keep regulations with social distancing. I look around at each of my classmates, and I am proud of us for making it through that period of adjustment. Now, I would like to move the focus of my speech to a teacher I know has made a difference in my life and many, many of my classmates' lives, Mr. Brian Bolanek. Not only did we begin high school during a global pandemic, we lost our first history teacher in the middle of our freshman year. Mr. Bolanek came over and completely was everything we needed. At first, we were all a little standoffish because this was new. None of us expected it. So we were a little mean. But he did prove that we needed him. And once we got over our behavior, he became many of our favorite teachers. So, some of my favorite memories over the last couple of years would have to be playing Uno with him, considering how many times I have beat him, and he has unwillingly accepted defeat many times. And I also can't talk about him without mentioning the amount of times we have spilled something in his classroom on accident. We spilled, in our freshman year, we spilled a gallon of tea in his first classroom. Not on purpose, believe me, this is all accidental. Our sophomore year, my classmate Nathaniel, who previously spoke, spilled coffee in his brand new classroom. He has been in that room for the last 2 years, and he has spilt a multitude of drinks, but we have always cleaned them out. I do not know where any of us today would be without you, Mr. Bolanek, and I know we did not always show it, but we are always eternally grateful for you. And words just do not seem to be enough to thank you. While I'm on the topic of staff, there are 3 other members that I want to briefly shout out for the contribution to our class. Mr. Estrada, our English teacher our junior year. We were his first group of students that we taught, and he was somebody that a lot of my classmates confided in. If anybody had a problem, they would go talk to him, and he would help them find a solution. You were also an instrumental part in helping us plan many of the senior events. Next, I would like to shout out Miss Cornett, my school mom. There are not enough words that I could string together to describe how much you have done for me and all of my classmates. You have run everything behind the scenes for the last 3 years, and you never got enough credit for it. You have helped immensely with everything, and it has been a blast. And now finally, I would like to shout out Miss Balistreri. Miss B has also been instrumental in helping out with just planning everything. She has worked tirelessly. She has worked tirelessly to make sure every senior had their cap and gown picture for them to be placed along the street at Baker, and I loved helping her. Helping her has always been my favorite pastime. She has always worked daily on art projects to keep her students engaged, and it is always a joy to see them placed around campus, and then watching the joy on students' faces when they get to take them home to show their families. Each staff member I have talked about tonight has impacted us forever. Thank you. Now please help me welcome our next senior speaker, Senior Devin Mendoza.
Yo, 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 how y'all doing? Alex, you can hear me in the back? First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Thank you to the ones that have helped us get to where we are today. Staff, teachers, family, and friends. And a special shout out to the ones who couldn't be here, our heavenly graduates and teachers. Thank you. To the class of 2024, after 12 very long years that now seem to have flown by, we finally made it to this day. We've all prepared for this day from our first day of elementary. Our parents made sure we dressed to perfection to post on Facebook for all their friends. Then we moved on to middle school and junior high, where we started to understand ourselves, make closer relationships, and began to figure out that there's more to life than just our immediate world. Finally, off to high school, nervous, wondering who was going to be in our class or whether we would fit in or stand out. High school has been a journey filled with many ups and downs, but it has shaped us into the individuals we are today. We have laughed together, cried together, and grown together. We have made friendships that will last a lifetime. These human connections, both made and lost, have taught us the true value and impact that friendships can have on our lives. Today, as we step into the world beyond high school, we carry with us the responsibility to make a difference. We are the future, the leader, the game changers. It is up to us to shape the world we want to live in. So my fellow graduates, let's embrace this opportunity, be the ones who stand up for what we believe in, be the ones that take that action to make a positive impact on our communities and our world. Each and every one of us has the power to change lives, inspire others, and reach our own perfection. A very wise chef once asked me, "What is my why?" Your why is, why do you want to do this? Why is this your goal? Why are you doing this? I was first asked my why when I walked into the Marine Corps recruiting office. Then later, when I took the plunge to officially join, sign, and swear in, he asked me again for my why. The reason I'm telling you this is that you can figure out your why. I believe in each and every one of you, well, most of y'all. Ronald Reagan once said, "Some people spend an entire lifetime wondering if they made a difference in this world." Marines don't have that problem. Look deep within yourself, find that Marine mindset, and become the change you want to see in others. So congratulations to the class of 2024. Our journey to change the world started the day we were born and continues to the next stage. There are no do-overs, so let's make it count. Thank you.
Thank you again to our senior speakers. So good evening. It's my honor to announce this year's Make a Difference grant. So this marks the 10th year for the Wade family to award the Make a Difference grant to a graduating senior of the Academy. The graduate was asked to write about a LaPorte ISD employee who made the greatest difference in their life during their high school years. The family of LaPorte grads created this honor to grant this honor to thank the hundreds of LaPorte ISD employees who have made a huge impact on their lives. The recipient of this grant will receive $500 to assist with college expenses, and the person who made the difference in the student's life will receive a $200 gift. So congratulations to the 2024 Make a Difference grant recipient, Divinity Valdez.
Excuse me if I'm a little nervous. I would like to thank you for this opportunity and being able to share this amazing woman with you, how I see her in my eyes. My name is Divinity Valdez, one out of 4 children, and despite the sisterly competition between my twin sister and I plan to go to San Jacinto for 2 years to pave the way for her. I pushed myself to my limit to write this essay in complete truth and faith in my future. Despite being so different and living in her own world, Ms. Emmons has made an impact on me in the brief time I have had the pleasure to be her student. As an early graduate, it was difficult to get through these past few years. Being so young with so much to deal with, is not easy when there's no one to help guide you. I have had Miss Emmons every year since I enrolled in the academy. At first I thought, she's on the wild side. As I began to learn more about her as an individual, I saw that she has been through much to get to where she is today. She changed her major in college many times, so she settled on being a teacher, and a few more tries so she found the school for her. I am not one to openly tell my life story to someone, but she is understanding of the adolescent teenage mind, caring about other people's feelings, and pushes students to be the best that they can be. So when I couldn't keep my head up high and I trusted her with my issues, she said to me, "It's okay to take a break and to fall down, but always remember there is time to try again." I held on to that my whole way through high school, and it helped me get through the tough times. She works hard to help students graduate on time, keep their grades up, as well as helping students with classes other than English. She inspired me to look deep into my interests and find what will be best for me as a growing young woman. I struggle with depression, social anxiety, which can cause me to shut down, catch an attitude, and sometimes not even show up to school. When I feel as though I can't continue, I think to myself, it's okay to take a break and to fall down, but always remember there is time to try again. Miss Emmons taught me that falling is okay, but you must get back up. Take your time to be the best you can be and come back stronger than before. I took many lessons from her as my teacher, but I will forever remember her uniqueness as a human being and as an English teacher. She taught subjects in her own way. Her way of teaching showed me things can be taught in unusual ways. Being unique isn't going to hold me back from getting where I aim to be. I thank you, Ms. Emmons, for helping me get there, and all of our 2024 students. I conclude this essay by saying, without a doubt in my mind, that my English 1, 2, and 4 teacher, Ms. Emmons, has made the greatest difference during my high school years. Her hard-working attitude will forever be embroidered in my memory as one of the strongest women I have ever met. Thank you.
Thank you again. Let's give another round of applause for Divinity and Miss Emmons. So again, welcome graduates, colleagues, family, and friends. Congratulations to you all. So I'd like to begin to thank all the families and friends in the audience today. Thank you to the mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, uncles, aunts, cousins, nieces, nephews, in-laws, school friends, work friends, best friends that are all in the audience. I share in your pride at the accomplishments of our graduating students